What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video, we're going to be looking at college football 25, taking a Dynasty deep dive. So, we've seen some college football news. Honestly, guys, we're 2 weeks away? Less than 2 weeks away if you pre-ordered it and get it 3 days early. And I could not be more excited about it. Now, a lot of you guys out there are probably more excited about the Dynasty mode than anything else. Whether it's rebuilding the worst team in the game, whether it's taking your favorite squad to new heights. I mean, Dynasty is so fun, and I'm intrigued to see all the different aspects of the Dynasty mode and talk about them here for you guys today. So if you are new, and if you're wanting NCAA content when the game comes out, guys, make sure to smash that subscribe button. We're going to have more content here than probably anywhere else NCAA football related. I'm telling you, it's going to be absolutely nuts. So make sure to go smash that subscribe button. Let's see what Herbie has to say about the Dynasty Deep Dive.
Hey everyone, Kirk Herbstreit here with EA Sports College Football 25, back for another deep dive. This time we're talking about everyone's favorite mode, Dynasty.
Dynasty is literally everybody's favorite mode. You guys can see the different modes though.
Dive.
So like
this time we're talking about everyone's.
As he scrolls through, you guys can see the home screen. There's Ultimate Team, probably what I'm personally going to play the most. Then there's Road to the College Football Playoff and Dynasty. Those are the recommended modes. There's probably more modes though. There's playing out all those other modes, but I think there's like a Road to Glory as well in the game mode section. But
favorite mode, Dynasty. Online Dynasty in College Football 25 can accommodate up to 32 teams, and you can play with friends for up to 30 seasons.
You realize online dynasties are going to be so fun. Like, they're going to be so fun. If you have a group of buddies, like, online dynasties are going to be the wave, man.
Today, we'll take a closer look at the new 12-team college football
12-team playoff is going to be fire, man. It's going to be fire.
Recruiting, the transfer portal, and a ton of customization options to make your program unique. College football has seen seismic changes over the past few years.
I love the 12-team playoff format. I think it might be a little too many, but I love it overall.
And in EA Sports College Football 25, you can experience this new landscape while building your program the way you want. The 2024 season marks the debut of the new 12-team college football playoff, and you can play it first in the game months before the real thing. You could be the first coach to lead your school through the new 12-team playoff and hoist the college football playoff trophy.
I promise y'all I'm taking Iowa to a championship. Well, our offense is going to have to figure it out, but I promise y'all I'm taking Iowa to a championship.
Recruiting is the lifeblood of college football, and in a world of unlimited transfers, managing your dynasty roster has never been more important.
Hold up. Look at like the different options. So like it costs time to search social media, and it's the hours. You have a certain amount of hours, certain amount of scholarships, certain amount of targets. But you could search social media, DM the player, contact friends and family, or send the house. I wonder what send the house even means.
Dynasty roster has never.
That's fire though. And then yeah, you could schedule a visit, do whatever you want, but that's fire. And you could scout each player to know exactly what you're getting.
More important. Evaluate your needs and opportunities for talent upgrades at the start of each season. The best way to build a powerhouse is to recruit through the high school ranks. So let's fill up your recruiting board. Each year, over 3,500 high school recruits are generated from all over the country.
I don't see none from Iowa. Anyways, 3,500. I mean, there's a lot of schools, so it makes sense.
With certain regions representing real-world hotspots for blue-chip talent, like South Florida and Metro Atlanta. Do research to find recruits that best fit your program and determine who you can realistically land.
Hopefully, and this is my opinion, hopefully it's harder to land recruits than it was in NCAA Football 14. Because I remember in NCAA Football 14, it was like easy to get good recruits. And I hope it's hard. Like, I hope if you're, let's say, Iowa, you can't land like 2 5-stars in a class. Because that's so rare to do. Like maybe once every 10 years.
A recruit's interest in your school is decided by 14 different pitch grades like
this fire.
Proximity to home, playing time, and brand exposure. So you'll need to discover how your program's pitch grades align with your recruit's desires.
I like this too. I like this.
In addition to scouting for talent.
Because like recruiting and like even the transfer portal, that's going to be the most fun part to building your dynasty, especially if you're in it for the long haul.
Players have a
fun.
deal breaker requirement, and if your program cannot provide, the recruit will lock you out. Deal breakers.
I mean, that's fine because players do that all the time in real life.
A player's decision to enter the transfer portal. Monitor at-risk players and get one last chance to convince your favorites to stay. Track your recruits as they narrow down their top schools.
I remember even back in NCAA Football 14, you could keep your players too.
Pitch a prospect to gain more interest, and then set up school visits when the timing is right. It's crucial to remain in their top 10, then 8, then 5 to finally be part of their top 3. As a recruit trims down to the top 8, you can attempt to increase your appeal. If your school doesn't have exactly what the prospect is looking for, you can try to sway their opinion in your favor.
I feel like it's fine, but again, I want the recruiting part of it to remain hard and difficult. Like again, sway, yes, you can do it, but like there's no way if I'm, let's say, I'm just gonna throw out a team. If I'm Eastern Michigan, then I'm gonna land, 2 5-stars. Like you should have to recruit your guys. Like you should
plan visits that elevate a recruit's experience.
Oh my gosh, hold up.
Weigh their opinion in your favor. Plan visits that.
This guy's from Des Moines, Iowa. Yo, hold up. Is Iowa one of his top schools then? Yo, that's fire.
Elevate a recruit's experience, like pairing a quarterback visit with a wide receiver visit at the same time.
Okay.
It's crucial to keep an eye on the transfer portal when it opens in the offseason to round out your roster with talent you couldn't land from recruiting.
I like it.
Add portal prospects to your board just like you would with recruiting, but expect quick decisions as transfers have a shorter timeline to land a new home.
I do like the transfer portal though, because if you have a guy that transfers out in old NCAA games, you used to be kind of in a tough position if, let's say, your starting left guard transferred and you didn't have a good backup. Now with the transfer portal, you can just go get your guy. I like it. I like it a lot.
Conference realignment is a hot topic.
Man, it's going to be crazy, the fact that USC is going to have to travel to Penn State. Do y'all realize how far of a flight that is, or to Rutgers? They're going to be on a flight for however long. And imagine this equipment semi. They're going to be on the road for 2 days.
College football. And with custom conferences in EA Sports College Football 25, Dynasty is yours to control. See what
this is fine. I'm going to leave the conferences the same, but this is fine.
18 super conference might look like, or revert to the traditional conference alignment. Shape the conference size and membership and set custom conference rules, set up divisions and more.
That's cool that the customization is there. Again, for me, I like things basic. I'm going to keep it the same.
You've settled your conference options. It's time to select your team. Begin with a highly ranked team and dominate at the top with repeat recruiting and playoff success. Or build from the ground up.
That's what I'm saying. Middle Tennessee, the Raging Cajuns in Louisiana. Building a team of them and taking them to a championship is going to be fun.
With a smaller program and prove you have what it takes to go from an unknown
Kennesaw State. I heard they were the worst team in this game.
To postseason favorite. We can't talk about your dynasty without talking about your starting job. Start as an offensive or defensive coordinator and climb.
I remember I used to do this as a coach and it was fun.
The ranks to head coach, or take over a program as the head coach right away. Choose from one of the 3 base coaching types to start.
I like this. I feel like I'm a motivator, man. I feel like I am. I'm a motivator. That's
your
me,
Your coach type will determine what coaching skill tree you start with. From there,
I feel like having a recruiter tool at like a low school is going to be valuable though.
Abilities you acquire as you progress will determine what kind of coach you develop into. Unlock additional skill trees with better abilities.
I remember they used to have this in NCAA Football 14, and like it was valuable in recruiting, I remember.
If you build up multiple skill trees, you can unlock hybrid trees that leverage a more diverse skill set.
Okay.
The coaching carousel is an important part of every coach's journey. Whether you're the head
this
man,
is going to be fire. So like, let's say you start at like the worst team. Then you get to, like, let's say at Kennesaw State, you turn their program around. Then you might get hired at a MAC school, a little better school, and then you'll work your way up.
Dream
I like
school or working your way up. The carousel is your way of fielding offers from other programs. Head coaches in Dynasty can actively manage their coordinator positions. So if one of your staff takes a job elsewhere, or you decide to cut ties for other reasons, you can use the carousel to replace them.
I like this, though. I really like
Remember,
this.
even the greatest coaches need support, and every coach has a unique skill tree. It's important to think about how you want to build your staff, whether that's doubling down on your existing strengths to max out your benefits or seeking out balance for a well-rounded staff.
The thing I like is, like, the different dynamics in the Dynasty mode that, like, in 2014, they had a lot of these things, but it wasn't as advanced as it seems now. You know, like, now the Dynasty looks like it's so much that goes into it. And again, a lot of these things are like the same ideas, but it's way more advanced.
Choose wisely. The decisions you make here will matter to your program's success and your coach's progression. The benefits of coach talents are stackable. So if your head coach and defensive coordinator have the same ability, the impact for that ability will be greater. Well, that's it for today's deep dive into Dynasty mode in
Like, to me,
EA Sports College Football.
To me, the most fun part about Dynasty is building your team however you want it. So let's say, again, you like rebuilds. Then you have that with so many different opportunities. And again, let's say you're a big Nebraska fan and you want to take them to the top. Well, again, you can do that. It might just take some time with obviously recruiting, stuff like that. The main thing for me is I hope, like, you can adjust how hard recruiting is. So, like, I hope you can make it accurate. I hope you can change it if you want it easier and just make it how you want it, completely customizable. Because again, I think the harder recruiting is, I remember in NCAA Football 14, the more fun I had with it because the more realistic it truly was. Let me know your thoughts on this Dynasty deep dive. To me, I like what I'm seeing, and that's been with this whole game. Like, I really do like what I'm seeing. Really eager to see what the ultimate team looks like because that's probably the game mode I'm going to play the most. But the Dynasty deep dive looks solid. Let me know your thoughts. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you already do it. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.